Beautiful Pensacola, Florida. I am Jennifer Coble, your Armed Forces Insurance Military Spouse of the Year for Naval Air Station Pensacola. I just wanted to come on here and let you guys get to know me just a little bit more, explain how my experiences have as a military spouse, and also growing up military, some of the things that you have learned along the way. First of all, one of the most hardest things is moving to a new place. Always moving to a new place every couple of years. You never know who you're going to get. Never know who's going to be next door to you. You never know who's going to be down the road from you. And you never know who's going to cause trouble or be your best friend. So my mom actually told me, when you move to a new place, get to know your neighbors, obviously. But when somebody moves to the new place and they're sitting there with you or they're moving in, you should always bring them a welcome basket. Well, to me, that just kind of seemed like it was just redundant. You could go over there and hand them something and it not necessarily mean something. It doesn't mean welcome. So to me, that is food. Me, I love to cook. I love to feed as many people as I possibly can. So it's a little bit more personal to me to go ahead and head out and make them a dinner, because I know after I'm done unpacking my truck or, whatever it is, and having to unpack boxes, I'm ready to just either A, go to bed, or call the pizza delivery dude to come bring me some pizza because I'm not in the mood to cook. I started a thing where you just, you cook. You cook for those people and you take it over to them and you give them a little bit of piece of your heart. You tell them who you are. You really welcome them into your home and you welcome them into the area with open arms. It doesn't always work, obviously, because you have certain things. You've got people who don't eat certain things, or not very open, or they're allergic to something or something. But you know what? Guess what? You tried. So that's one of my things. The other thing is having children. Children moving along with you, especially depending on a certain age, it becomes very difficult. They have to make new friends. They have to go to new schools, and sometimes they're not accepted. For instance, my son, when we moved here to Pensacola, he was the second grade. He was in the Gifted and Advanced program out in Virginia, where we came from. And as soon as I got here, a month later, he was already in the gifted program here. He was ready to go. And a month later, they tested him and yanked him from that program. And it crushed me and it bothered him. He felt that he wasn't doing something right. So he just really didn't accept where we were now. So what we decided to do with that is that every school has a different structure. Every school has something that is very different. They have different standardized testing. They have different ways of teaching. And it makes it very hard for children to be able to go to and from different duty stations. So the school that my children are at right now have begun a program that I have jumped on because I think it's so important for these military kids to know that they are accepted and they can still remain in the different things that they like to do. So we have begun this thing called a military enrichment program, and they bring in people from the state. They bring in, there's funds and things like that are brought in, and you can get scholarships. It's for students who transfer here through the military. You don't even really actually have to be in the military to be able to do it, but you transfer over to a new school, and what they do is you have an after-school program, and you go in after school, and they help you. They teach you the way that their school standards are so that you can feel like you're caught up with the program. You don't have to feel like you're failing or you're being brought back. And this program has been just awesome. It has been so awesome to watch these kids come in and still be able to continue the things that they love to do and still feel like they are not just, went to a school that was just kind of like, and now they go to this harder school and then they're not excited about it. It also helps to have the right teachers to be able to stand in there and say, hey, guess what? These kids are important. These kids travel every 2, 3, 4, 6, however many years, and they have to try and experience new places. My children have had a wonderful time just adjusting and moving and everything else now that we have this military enrichment program in effect. So one of the goals that we do have going on for this year, especially now that I have this beautiful title with me because all of you guys felt that the things that I do in my community are extraordinary and above and beyond what a normal spouse or, anything else would do for their community. Another thing is what I am talking about is the community. Back in April of 2014, we had a horrific days of just rain dumping down, and it flooded our area. Luckily, the only thing that had flooded of mine was my car. But we lived on the military establishment here in the base housing, and a lot of the people who lived where we were had to move out. There was constant things just saying, can somebody babysit my dog because the hotel we have to go to and pay for doesn't allow pets, or, people they're having to take their pets to the vet, or, having to go out of state because they can't live where they are. And it actually did happen here on our base to where people had to move out. And I was flabbergasted that the military or the establishment here that we have, and through the contract that the housing is, because it's not actually through the base, didn't step up. They didn't step up and take that role as, let me help you, let me get you into a new home. No, all of us reached out and had families staying with us and pets and everything else, and it's a beautiful piece of the community that we all get to see. But it's a little frustrating because not everybody has the money to just pack up something and go to a hotel. So it's just really hard. So that led to me opening up my organization one corner at a time. Being here in Florida, I don't know if any of you guys are still here in Florida, but you see a ton of people that are just living out on the streets. You can't drive down the road without seeing somebody asking for help. You can't go anywhere without seeing somebody standing there in the pouring rain because they don't have the money to go, and stay somewhere. It just started with water bottles and maybe, a few snacks. And now I actually have an entire room in my home that is dedicated to all the homeless people that are around here. We bring in clothes, we bring in food, we bring in jackets and shoes and any supplies to help clean you up so that you can go on those job interviews. We also help with those job interviews. I have been fortunate enough to be able to have 3 individuals who are living on the street have part-time jobs during the holiday seasons. And right now we're trying to promote, especially right now when you need to mow your lawn, hire somebody to do it. Hire one of them to come to your home and do it. I have spent a lot of time with a lot of these people out here, and these people are just amazing. They're all amazing. I have handed out boxes, and they'll have somebody next to them and it may be my last box. First thing they do is they run over there and they hand it to them. They hand them the box and says, let's share. This is our box. It's a box that's supposed to feed one person for an entire week. Because of the community out here, they support each other and they know that there are so many of them out here. They share. That is the most beautiful thing to me, is to see somebody who has barely anything share with their fellow neighbor or, something, because that's important to them and they all stand by each other. That is just so beautiful to me. And one corner at a time, we do have a website. It's www.onecorneratatime.org. Please go and check us out. Obviously we're not going to save the entire world or here in Pensacola, but we definitely do try one corner at a time and try and get everybody out there. I was recognized recently, last year, for the Distinguished Women Award for Distinguished Women magazine, for just going out there and being in my community, being out there just raising awareness and how important the people in our community are, especially when you go out and you share lunch, sitting on the ground with your fellow neighbor who doesn't have a home or a roof over their head, and you learn that they served in Vietnam or they served in their military somewhere, but because of circumstances or anything that had happened, now they live on the street. And I have actually witnessed driving by a corner at the side of the road with a police officer bringing a body down in a body bag. And that just ripped through me, because these are people out there that just, they need it. They need help. They need recognition, especially the ones that are vets. It's hard here going and volunteering at the veterans office here and hearing their stories and how close to living on the streets they have become. And so that's just, that's just a little bit about how I became to volunteering and coming up with one corn at a time. Of course, I do have a partner in my efforts, but also I have many people that have gone above and beyond with helping and donating to our GoFundMe account. And otherwise, I think my husband would divorce me, because I think I'm feeding all of them than I am us. So it's just important, and it has been important. And I think it's not a duty as military spouses to step up and volunteer and go out in the world. No, it's not. And I have been told that. I have been told, oh, well, that's expected of a military spouse. Of course you're going to go out and you're going to volunteer and everything else, because that's expected of you. See this face? That's the face that I really give them and say, are you kidding me? No, it's all of you. It's everybody who has this very beautiful and kind heart to be able to accept the things that we do as people, not as military spouses, not as military members, as many of you are, but as people. And I have come to where it has been close, and to where we just literally had no clue how we were going to pay for something. Luckily, I've had my family by my side, but not anything like that I have seen here. And it frightens me. And if I can go out there and I can help somebody, then by golly, guess what? I'm going to do it. And of course, our children are absolutely, and yes, I'm going to say it, our children are our future. So teaching our children what it means to step out there and to do the things that we are all doing is a powerful thing. It is a powerful gift. And they're reach an age where they're just like, Mommy, I don't want to leave. Mom, this sucks. I don't want to do this. But then they understand the bigger picture. They understand why we're moving. And thank goodness for technology, because by golly, my kids, when we first started this journey, it was still paper. And they're just kind of like, I don't really want to send something. So they would rather just, hop on the computer, talk just like I'm talking to you guys, and say hello and bye, because a face is something you want to see. You've all read my bio. You've all seen the things that I have gone through and what I'm dealing with now and in our community and just in general, and I am just so honored, very honored, and looking forward to our luncheon in DC to be able to shake the hand and to say thank you, because I do. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being different, for reaching out and helping somebody. Sorry, I'm kind of crying right now because I'm so impressed. I love the fact that I get to share this with all of you, and I absolutely love the fact that I am now in a family, very large family, that I'm going to look forward to transferring somewhere, which next year this time we will be moving, and I feel like I would know somebody. I feel like I'll be going home. And obviously home is not where you hang your pictures. Home is always where your heart is and where your loved ones are and where you have your family. So here's to you guys. Here's to each and every one of you guys. And I just thank you. I just really want to say thank you. And I am very honored to be a part of this group. And I look forward to seeing all of you and to reading everything that you guys accomplish throughout the rest of this journey. I'll see you guys later. Bye.